People always came to Daniel with problems. At work, at home, even at the grocery store line, someone always had something heavy to drop at his feet. And Daniel did what he thought good people were supposed to do. He fixed things. If you were sad, he gave advice. If you were confused, he offered solutions. If you were breaking, he tried to rebuild you with words. He believed love meant repairs. Until he met Mara. Mara worked 2 desks away from him. Quiet smile, slow movements. The kind of person who noticed things others rushed past. The first day she spoke to Daniel, she didn't talk about herself. She asked about him. "How's your week really going?" Not the polite version, the real one. Daniel almost laughed. No one ever asked that. Still, he answered lightly. Busy, always something to solve. Mara nodded. Sounds tiring. Not advice, not fixing, just noticing. Weeks passed, and somehow Mara became the person people gathered around during lunch breaks. They didn't ask her for solutions. They talked, and they stayed talking. One afternoon, Daniel found her sitting alone on the steps outside the building. Her shoulders were tense, eyes focused on nothing. "What happened?" he asked. She hesitated, then said quietly, "My mother's been in and out of the hospital. I feel like I'm losing her slowly." Daniel's mind jumped into repair mode. "Okay, first thing, you should talk to the doctors more. And maybe you need a schedule and—" Mara smiled politely, but something in her eyes closed. "Daniel," she said gently, "can I ask you something?" Sure." "Can you just listen?" The word just surprised him. So he stopped talking. At first, the silence felt uncomfortable. His mind kept preparing tools, advice, plans, fixes. But Mara started speaking again. She talked about hospital smells, about fear at night, about pretending to be strong when she wasn't, about loving someone you can't protect. Daniel noticed something strange. She wasn't asking for answers. She was releasing weight. And every time he didn't interrupt, her breathing slowed. Her hands stopped shaking. When she finished, minutes had passed. Daniel finally asked, "Do you feel any lighter?" Mara nodded. "Yes, because you didn't try to turn my pain into a project." That sentence stayed with him. Pain into a project. That night, Daniel thought about how often he rushed people past their emotions instead of sitting inside them. The next test came unexpectedly. His younger sister, Eliza, called him crying. Her marriage was cracking, trust was breaking, she felt invisible at home. Old Daniel jumped in with strategies. But this time he said softly, "Tell me what hurts the most." She talked for 20 minutes. Daniel didn't fix, didn't interrupt, didn't redirect. He listened. When she finished, Eliza whispered, "Thank you, I didn't need a solution. I needed someone to hear me." That's when Daniel realized something powerful. Sometimes people don't want bridges. They want witnesses. Listening isn't passive. It's brave. Because when you listen, you enter someone else's storm without an umbrella. From that day on, Daniel still helped people, but only after he heard them. And strangely, the world felt softer when he stopped trying to repair it and started understanding it. And this is the meaning I took with me. Not every heart needs fixing. Some only need to be held by attention. If this story touched you, subscribe, and share it with someone. This is Moments and Meanings by Anne. Short stories, quiet lessons,